A 600-year-old book written in an unknown language, filled with strange illustrations and diagrams that defy explanation. Who wrote the Voynich Manuscript, and why has nobody been able to decipher it? Could it be the work of an ancient alchemist? Or is it something even more otherworldly? The Voynich Manuscript, an enigmatic book that has baffled scholars, cryptographers, and codebreakers for over a century. This strange tome, filled with unknown symbols and bizarre illustrations, remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. But what is it? Where did it come from? And why has nobody managed to crack its code? The manuscript first came to public attention in 1912, when an antique book dealer named Wilfrid Voynich stumbled upon it in a collection of old manuscripts at an Italian monastery. Voynich was immediately captivated by the book's cryptic contents. Hundreds of pages written in an unrecognizable script, accompanied by surreal illustrations of plants that don't exist, astronomical diagrams, and strange, nude figures. The manuscript, now known as the Voynich Manuscript, has since become one of the most studied yet undeciphered books in history. Carbon dating places the manuscript's origin sometime in the early 15th century, around the 1400s, but that's about the only thing we know for certain. The text is written in what appears to be an entirely unique language dubbed Voynichese, with symbols that do not match any known alphabet. Attempts to decode it have ranged from linguistic analysis to advanced cryptographic software, but no one has been able to determine its meaning, or even confirm if it contains any meaningful information at all. The manuscript is divided into sections, each focusing on a different subject, or so it seems. There's a botanical section, filled with drawings of strange, unfamiliar plants. An astronomical section with charts that resemble star maps, a biological section depicting bizarre scenes of nude women interacting with tubes and what appear to be pools, and a pharmacological section featuring jars and more plant drawings. But without being able to understand the text, these illustrations only add to the confusion. What do they mean, and why were they drawn? One theory is that the Voynich Manuscript was created by an alchemist, someone who practiced a mix of early science, medicine, and mysticism. The detailed plant illustrations and strange chemical-like diagrams suggest that the book could be a guide to alchemical processes, perhaps even containing secret knowledge passed down through generations. Some believe that the text might be written in a complex cipher designed to protect its secrets from anyone but the initiated. But despite the efforts of some of the world's greatest codebreakers, including experts from both World War II and modern-day cryptography, the code has remained unbroken. Another theory is that the manuscript is a hoax, a work created deliberately to confuse and deceive. Perhaps it was created to sell for a high price, taking advantage of the fascination with mystical and esoteric knowledge during the Renaissance. If so, it's one of the most elaborate hoaxes in history, requiring painstaking effort and consistency across hundreds of pages. But if it's a hoax, who created it and why? And then there are the more outlandish theories. Some suggest that the Voynich Manuscript is of extraterrestrial origin, a book written in an alien language that humans simply aren't capable of understanding. The strange plants, the bizarre astrological diagrams, and the unknown script all feed into the idea that this book is not from our world. Could it be a record of alien knowledge left behind for humanity to one day discover? Despite the mystery, there have been breakthroughs of sorts. Linguists have found patterns in the text that suggest it might be a real language. It has structure, repetition, and syntax similar to natural languages, which means it's unlikely to be a random string of characters. There are even statistical patterns that resemble those found in human languages, suggesting that the text could hold meaning if only we had the key to unlock it. However, without any known parallels, the code remains impenetrable. In recent years, AI and machine learning have been used to try and decipher the manuscript. But even with the latest technology, no one has been able to definitively translate its contents. Some claim partial success, words here and there that seem to make sense, but nothing conclusive has been found. The Voynich Manuscript remains at its core an unsolved puzzle. Adding to the mystery is the question of who wrote it. Some suggest it might have been the work of a medieval polymath like Roger Bacon, while others point to John Dee, an English mathematician and occultist who was fascinated by alchemy and mysticism. But no definitive evidence has linked the manuscript to any known historical figure. Its origins, like its meaning, are shrouded in mystery. The manuscript is currently housed at Yale University's Voynich Rare Book and Manuscript Library, where it continues to draw the attention of scholars, codebreakers, and curious minds from around the world. People travel from far and wide just to see it, to look at the pages filled with strange symbols and illustrations, hoping to glimpse some clue that everyone else has missed. But what if the real mystery of the Voynich manuscript isn't about cracking the code? What if its true value lies in the questions it makes us ask, in its ability to inspire wonder, curiosity, and the drive to solve the unsolvable? Whether it's an ancient alchemical text, an elaborate hoax, or something even more mysterious, the Voynich manuscript continues to captivate us. It's a reminder that not all mysteries are meant to be solved, that some questions are more powerful because they have no answers. The Voynich manuscript remains one of the greatest unsolved puzzles in history, a mystery that has confounded experts for centuries. If you're intrigued by stories of hidden secrets and unsolved codes, be sure to watch our next video on the Decipher's Codes to Hidden Treasure. Another tale of a code that could lead to unimaginable wealth, or might just be an elaborate riddle. Click on the next video to continue your journey into the unknown.